In the city of Miami, Captain Sophia from the tactical narcotics team comforts a distressed informant who is convinced that someone has been closely watching her and her home. Sophia reassures her, telling her she is almost there. As Sophia exits her car and proceeds on foot, she is suddenly struck by a bullet. Despite her injuries, Sophia manages to type a message to someone. Moments later, she is executed by one of the men wearing ski masks, who pulled the trigger on Sophia. Following Sophia's death, her team, detectives Lena, Carlos, and Rosa along with Sergeant Victor, are brought in for questioning by the FBI. Meanwhile, Chief Victor speaks with Lieutenant Marcus, who was recently promoted after Sophia's death. Victor asks Marcus if the feds have cleared him. Marcus nods, saying they accepted his alibi. Victor then asks what Sophia had been pursuing before she was killed. Marcus replies, "Money, lots of it." He adds that he's frustrated the feds aren't taking Sophia's murder seriously. Victor sighs, admitting the division is falling apart, and that to make matters worse, the feds want the narcotics unit dismantled. In another room, one of the FBI agents, Harlan, asks Lena whether she and Sophia were close and if Sophia's death has affected her. Lena nods, saying they were close, and corrects him. It wasn't a death, it was a murder. Harlan then questions the team about their job duties, pointing out that their work mostly involves seizing drugs and large amounts of cash. Harlan then asks who the second gun in Victor's double-shoulder rig belongs to. Victor responds by punching him. As the scuffle breaks out, Chief Victor asks Marcus what's going on. Marcus replies that Victor is fighting with his brother. Later, Marcus jokes with Victor. "So, how'd it go with your brother?" "He's still in," Victor replies. Later, the entire team winds down after the interrogations. They joke and mock Harlan, making him the punchline. Everyone laughs until Lena asks why the cops keep talking about money. Carlos wonders if it has something to do with the stash house hits people have been whispering about. Rosa asks for more details about the rumor. Victor explains that they know stash houses are where cartels usually hide their money. Meanwhile, Marcus looks at a message mentioning a stash house. He pauses, then looks down at a photo of his son. Outside, key agents pull their armored vehicle into the station parking lot. The agents, Kane and Reyes, step out and greet the team, who also happen to be their close friends. Lena quickly turns serious. She tells them that she suspects the feds are more interested in framing and dismantling the TNT division than in finding Sophia's killer. At that moment, Marcus exits the building and greets the agents before turning to the team. He mentions a Crime Stopper tip that just came in. Rosa says their shift is almost over and asks if this means overtime. Marcus shakes his head. There's no overtime thanks to budget cuts. He tells Rosa to bring Wilbur, the money-sniffing dog. Lena catches up to Marcus and asks how much money they're talking about. $250 grand, Marcus replies. That's an easy rip, Lena mutters. Carlos asks whether they should loop in the Hialeah Police Department. Marcus says no, explaining that their department is a mess right now. Carlos presses again, asking how much they expect to recover. About $150 grand, Marcus answers. Shortly after, the team rolls out to the location, a quiet cul-de-sac lined with modest homes. Victor asks Marcus what the plan is. "We lie," Marcus says flatly. "Get the homeowner to sign a consent to search form for drugs, not money." Wilbur immediately starts acting up and urinates near the front door. Rosa says she's never seen Wilbur react like this and asks how much cash they're dealing with. $75 grand, Marcus replies. "That's impossible," Rosa says, and points out that Wilbur wouldn't be this alert over that little. Marcus gets the homeowner's attention. He tells her they received a tip about drugs being stashed in the house. Victor asks for her name. "Isabella," the woman replies. Marcus asks whether anyone else is inside. Isabella says it's just her. He then requests permission to come in. Suspicious, Isabella asks for a warrant. Marcus admits they don't have one, but says they do have a consent to search form. If she has nothing to hide, she can sign it and allow them to search the house. After a moment of hesitation, Isabella signs the form. Inside, Rosa removes Wilbur's leash. The dog immediately starts barking at the ceiling. Marcus asks Isabella what's in the attic. She says she's never been up there and insists she doesn't have any drugs. Victor corrects her. The dog alerts on money, not narcotics. Isabella's expression shifts instantly. Marcus and Victor head up to the attic. Victor notices how clean it is compared to the rest of the house and asks Isabella why. She repeats that she's never been up there and adds that the house used to belong to her grandmother. Victor notices a thin wire sticking out from the wall and pulls it, causing a hidden panel behind a statue to slide open. The team to start removing the containers while he and Victor question Isabella. Marcus asks Isabella how long she's lived in the house. Isabella says it's been 2 months. She explains that her grandmother passed away recently and that she had been caring for her on her own for the last few years. Victor asks Isabella if she knew there was money in the house. Noting the look on her face earlier when he mentioned the dog sniffing for cash, Victor tells her that knowingly or not, she's in possession of illegal cash and is now implicated. Isabella argues that it isn't technically her home. Isabella says she notices the tattoos on Marcus's hand and asks what they mean. Marcus explains that the first one says, "Are we the good guys?" and the second one means we are and always will be. Carlos gets Marcus and Victor's attention from the attic. They head up and crack open one of the drums. Inside is far more cash than the tip suggested. Marcus counts one container, then eyeballs the rest. "This is over 20 million, he says. The team is stunned. Victor orders everyone back downstairs. But before they leave, Marcus asks the team for their phones. Lena, shocked, asks if he doesn't trust them. "Money makes people crazy," Marcus replies. Victor asks if Marcus wants his phone as well, but Marcus shakes his head and asks Victor to help him figure things out instead. Victor is clearly unhappy with how Marcus is handling the situation. He asks, "How much did the tip say?" 30 grand, Marcus replies. Marcus orders Carlos and Lena to pull the remaining containers from the wall and start counting the money. Victor stops him, saying they need to move the cash immediately. Marcus argues that protocol requires counting the money at the site of the seizure, but Victor snaps back that the rule doesn't apply to such a large amount of cash. Marcus refuses to budge. Victor suggests at least calling the chief, but Marcus says he doesn't trust anyone right now. That's when Victor reveals that Sophia had told him about a rip like this shortly before she was killed. "A lot of money," Victor adds. Just then, Rosa asks Marcus if she can call her daughters to say goodnight. Marcus refuses. Victor tells him they should at least call his brother or Kane, but Marcus shuts that down too. Overhearing the argument, Isabella warns them that they're making a mistake. She tells them to take whatever money they want and walk away before it gets worse for everyone. Carlos rushes down from the attic and tells Marcus a police car just turned onto the street. Marcus and Victor step outside and identify themselves as members of the narcotics unit to the local cops. One officer says they were never notified about a raid, but Victor dismisses him. As the cruiser pulls away, Victor notices the officer riding shotgun and recognizes him, but the cop pretends not to know him. Victor explains to Marcus that the officer was from VCT and that his partner probably is too. They both decide to grab their vests, extra weapons, and magazines as a precaution. Inside, Isabella reveals she's been getting creepy calls to vacate the house. An old phone rings. Distorted voice threatens, "Leave with $150,000 in 30 minutes or everyone dies." Marcus lies about the tip amount. Victor calls buddy Nix for help, whispering doubts about Marcus. Lights out, masked gunmen storm the house in a ferocious shootout. Bullets shred walls. Rosa takes a hit. Marcus and Carlos chase the attackers outside in a chaotic foot pursuit. The cartel boss calls, "We didn't hit you. We want no part of this heat." Carlos accuses Marcus of faking the tip to steal it all. Fire spreads through the garage. They haul cash bags out as Nix arrives in an armored day truck. Marcus orders the money loaded. In the truck, guns drawn, accusations fly. Carlos confesses he snitched to the chief. Marcus reveals his master play. He staged everything to flush out Sophia's killer. Mike dials a number. Nix's phone rings. Nix shoots Mike. The driver opens fire, but Victor drops him. Nix takes hostages, but Marcus and Victor break free. Victor pursues Nix to an overpass. Nix opens a bag, finds phone books. Marcus swaps the cash. Victor shoots first. Marcus tracks Carlos through dark marshes, cuffs him after a brutal takedown. The full $20,650,480 is turned over to the FBI. Isabella gets a $4 million informant's cut. Victor reconciles with his brother. Marcus shows his tattoo. "Are we the good guys?" His late son's last question. "We are," Marcus whispers, "and we always will be." Sophia's murder is avenged, but trust in the badge is forever scarred.